for meeting with me today, and I just really appreciate you taking some time out of your day. I know you've had some things going on, so just feel free to share with me any feelings or things that have been going on.
Great, thank you. Uh, I am, I'm 29 years old. I've been out of college for about 5 or 6 years now. So I guess you can say I'm kind of establishing myself in the world. I guess you could say, I'm still a young professional living up in the Dallas area, and for the first 5 years or so of you know of my work experience, it's been just me. I haven't had to support anybody or anything. It's just been all me. I've, took care of my own finances, been, just on my own for years. And just recently, me and the person that I've been seeing have welcomed a new life into the world, and we welcomed a daughter 6 months ago. And so, with that responsibility brings new challenges, both in your life and also in your financial life.
So you're saying that for quite a while of your adult life, it's been just you, and now you've got something else in as a part of that to worry about.
Absolutely. I'm not just, you know, I'm not just relying on me. Someone else is relying on me and my day to day life now. And so with that comes, things that, you plan for, whether that be, you know, um, cutting down on finances or, making that next big step on a purchase. There are changes that come with, your different stages of life. So I'm kind of dealing with that right now.
So you're feeling apprehensive because you've got a lot of change going on in your life right now.
Absolutely. It can be hard going from one life stage to another. As a young business professional, going to basically, the head of the household of a family. It can be very stressful at times. And, you know, the past 6 months have been a real eye opener as to, what comes along with a new baby. There's several, expenses and, things that you don't really prepare for at the time that, can just come up, and you can't really know what's coming until you experience it firsthand. And that's what we've been going through, almost the past 6 months or so.
So you're saying that in the last 6 months, your life has basically just turned and changed completely.
Oh my gosh, it's just been a 180 of how life used to be. I mean, you have all this free time and you get to do everything you want, and you can't really do that anymore. It's not about you anymore. It's about you and your family and everything that comes along with that. And um, you know, I would definitely say that I've handled it, probably better than most people out there. A lot of people get extremely stressed out, with a new baby, but we've been blessed with a very good baby and one who has made the process a little bit easier on us. So, while the raising of our child, has been, you know, pretty stress free at times, once again, I come back around to the financial aspect. There's, you know, for instance, we put her in daycare, and daycare is a very, very big expense, especially in our area. It's almost a second mortgage.
Wow.
Up there, and it's hard because me and her mother both work, uh, and it's really hard because we've had to cut down on a few just simple things like you know going out to nice dinners and going out with friends and stuff like that. I mean, we can still do that from time to time, just not as much as we used to.
So you're feeling cautious because you have to kind of make a little bit different of a decision with money now.
Absolutely. And probably the biggest, thing that we're wrestling with right now is we are currently renting a home up in the Frisco area of Texas. Yet, you know, while, it's fine for right now, but as with most people our age, we want to take that next big financial step and, possibly look at, moving into a home, our own home, and actually paying for something, not just toward rent, which goes nowhere. Like we want to make an investment in this, you know, a home is the biggest investment you'll ever make in your life. It's one of the biggest decisions you'll ever make in your life. And with all the decisions and excitement also comes, with the stress of, man, like, how much is this going to cost? Like, can we, you know, can we make this lifestyle change work, within our budget? And so,
So let me just stop you. You're feeling fearful because you've got a lot of big, major financial decisions to make.
yeah, definitely. You know, like I said, this is the biggest, financial, choice that you'll ever make in your life. And so you don't want to screw it up. You want to make the right decision, not only for your well-being, but, you want to, give your family everything that they deserve. And so, with this new development, we've, sat down and crunched the numbers and really tried to figure out, what would be the best situation for us. And, for the most part, it's been good. We may disagree on a few things here and there, but, for the most part, we know what we want and we know what we want for our family. And, we're really, ready to make that step. We're just still having a little bit of apprehension, as any, first time, home buyer or parent or anything like that, we'll also go through, times of, uncertainty and, I'd say even fear, really.
So you're feeling nervous because you know that this is a decision that could greatly alter your lifestyle.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, this is, it weighs heavy on me because, I've never like made, this big of a decision before. I mean, it's really daunting. I know that, a lot of people take it lightly. A lot of people, just go, oh, I'll just buy a home and, they don't think of everything around it. They don't think of, well, what happens if this happens or what happens if that happens? And I'm just the type of person, where I will weigh, the positives and the negatives. And if I see more negatives than there are positives, then I won't make a rash decision. And I mean, I think that's a good trait to have.
Absolutely.
In my opinion, just, it still doesn't help when it comes down to it.
So you're feeling cautious because you know that if you do make this decision, it could have some lasting effects on you.
Yeah, definitely. And, that's what I want for my family. I want to, provide to them, anything and everything, I've always dreamed of. You grow up picturing, what your life will be like, not just after, college, but like, I mean, where you'll be, how it'll be, like with a family, with children, and, you always want the best. I will say this, you don't really know, what you would sacrifice until you have children. Because once a child comes into your life, it's a whole new ballgame. Everything changes. And from the time that she was born, I mean, my whole mindset on, not just money. I mean, I know we've talked money this whole time, but I mean, everything changes, from decisions you make, in just your own personal life to, decisions you make, like, with work. Like, I don't want to just pick up and move my family every couple of years. Like, I want to be established. I want to stay in one place. I want to let them grow up in a place, much like I did, when I grew up. So in the end, it's just all about being cautious and just trying to do the right thing and just keeping an open mind whenever it comes to making these big decisions.
So you're feeling apprehensive because you cannot decide whether you really want to go forth and take this step or if you want to wait a little while and see if you can come up with a different solution.
Yeah, and you know what? That's what we're trying to figure out right now. But, at the end of the day, I think we are going to make the right decision. I think, with a lot of thought and just, talking it out, like I feel like that we really will make the best decision for us.
Mhm.
So,
So I think the basic theme of your issue is you're just kind of unclear. You're uncertain on what the next step should be. You've got this brand new family. You're not sure if you want to take the next step of getting a home or if you want to kind of wait it out and see what happens.
yeah, absolutely.
Well, thank you so much for talking to me today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
All
I
right.
appreciate it.
Thanks.